Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 1Game1Life. My name is Typo, and this is Crusader Kings 3 Northern Lords Royal Court DLC, Part 122. And it has been a long 4-month road we've been on to get to this point, but this is going to be the final episode for a little bit on the channel. World domination is coming, it is on the way. And I wanted to kind of break down my thoughts on the game, and then someone wanted me to also, not just someone, a couple of people wanted me to leave a note about how I thought this was successful and maybe some tips I have for people. It's not going to be perfect, but I wrote down some notes and I tried to make sure I would remember the big things here. So, all we have left is the Mongolian Empire, which has 8 counties. And I'm gonna break my word. I'm gonna break this truce and just do it, I think. Remember when Filkir Wabri said he wasn't gonna do it again? He's gonna do it again. He's a liar. A liar and a snake. I can't believe you would do this, Wabri. What are you doing? How could you do this to them? They trusted you. Oh, man. Ah, it'll be fine, right? We'll be able to pay off people one more time. It's what we do. Paying off people is what we do. We've got the money for it. Let's go ahead and finish this. The Holy War for Kingdom. To conquer the world. The final step right here. This is the end of it. Oh, he's dealing with a peasant revolt and everything. True? Farewell, Jiangnu. Alright, I'm ready. Oh, wow, we already had her, huh? It's not ideal. That's alright, though. She's just 14%. We just need to sway everybody else, is all. Yep, there's one. Send gift. Now you love us. You'll forgive us. 12,000 coming at us instead of the peasant revolt, huh? That's annoying. Modify contracts, what? Fantastic. Okay, there he goes. He's going around a little bit. Good. Give us a little more time. I think we need 3 months to gather, right? About what we're looking at? Oh, only 2 months. Okay. Okay, more people. Negative 24, really? Man, that's not good. Whoops. Demand conversion on her is probably tough. 57. Not crazy hard. I'm gonna take that. Come on, baby. 57%. More abhorrent fiends, yeah. Fine, I'll take the weak hook. It's the final step anyway, we're right there. Welcome to Asatru. No longer need to sway her. Oh boy, getting choppy again. It's starting to get choppy lately, now that we're this far in the game. Just started recently on that. Okay. This is it! This is crazy! It's been 4 months I've been releasing an episode every day. We've been playing this game, watching it together alongside this journey. If you've been here from the very beginning, you've been watching every day, almost. For 4 months. What a massive journey it's been. Let's join up first. Nice. Compliments. Forgiving nature. Is she forgiving? Humble, shy, and honest. I'll try forgiving. She could be. That's a pretty good personality. We might both benefit. Nice. Alright, you know what? Actually, since they're not gunning for us, let's go here. In about one more week, we're ready to make our play. It looks like nobody else is upset about us breaking this truce. They're just like, ah, that's just Filkier Wabri, he does that. The first person we ever broke a truce with, basically, is the person that we keep doing it with over and over and over. We've been good about not breaking truces until Wabri came to the throne. Just saying. Wabri, I blame you. Alright. We should oh my god, look at that. 61 and Logistician? Yeah, have him lead the day. On the final war here. That's perfect. The 10th Wabri. Or the 10th Wabri. The 10th Filkier. If they're gonna run, we're gonna go this way. Hit the capital, see what we can get. The kid can't lead the army, so the kid has got to be there. Senfis no longer a court tutor. Okay. We should take care of that, even though it might not matter at the moment. Edhild, good antiquarian. Court tutor. Sabella is excellent. Simonis is excellent. She's not a Ravenheart, she is, so let's go with her. Princess Roggenhielder did get the throne swept out from under her. Maybe we give her a good job that pays well. The cocky fiend. That's right, we sent her to the university. Count Colesville escaped, okay. Whatever, sure. This could be it. This could be the final siege of our entire playthrough. Or at least our entire world domination. Let's do it. Here we go. Whoa, that's fast. It is not the whole war. But oh my god, that was near instant. Thank you for the progress, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and steal that. That siege progress is looking nice. Oh, Folky drank himself to death. Hate to see it. Our Marshal, bad time for it, but okay. Sealwolf at 41 Marshal, whoa. How much night effectiveness can he give? 82%? That is wild. Thank you for the siege progress, guys. So thoughtful of you. The leader of the peasant revolt's there. Hopefully we don't help the Mongolian Empire by getting rid of that. 2 Marshal? Yikes. 7 to 979. I think we killed him. I think we killed the leader of the peasant revolt. Thank you for the progress on this too. Wow, he got rid of it. The truce is gone. We could have just waited until we could have just waited 8 months and we'd have been fine. My bad. How was I to know? Oh well. 916 additional taxes. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Alright, we go siege that, and then we get a 50% battle war score, and this war is over. It's all coming to this. It looks like 1270 AD is going to be the year. It took us from 867 AD to 1270 AD. 403 years. For us to conquer the world with the Ravenheart Dynasty, starting from a single man, Ode Ravenheart. How wild is that? Oh, they're definitely getting away. We'll just siege this. Outlived a rival. Get wrecked. Another legacy perk, yes. Our prosperity. 42 out of 50 legacies before we take a break. Like I said, we might go ahead and do more videos in the future. Not immediately, but in the near future where we play as an already conquered world. We could get all 50 legacies. We could make the greatest culture known to man. We can make sure the whole world speaks Asatru. I don't know what the goal would be necessarily, but there are things we could do. There it is, 60%. Now we just go win a battle. And we've got it. We just need to chase them down is all. I'm out on a boat in a harbor in Skolovia. Whoa! When suddenly a flaming arrow soars across the sky towards us. It misses the boat by a hair's breadth, and as I lean down to see it fizzle out in the cold ocean water, I catch a distinct smell coming from the wood of the boat. Greek fire. This was an attempt on my life. Watchful for 2 years. We could have died. Wow. And that kind of got by us. I wonder if our connections is what saved us there. Very well could have been. Stop the villain behind this, yeah. Alright, we got him. King Einar. Oh yeah, throw him in jail so we can convert him, please. He's zealous. Well, then he'll sit in jail, because he's a familial kinslayer anyway. We'll just let him sit there. Alright, we got him. This is it. The final battle. Whoops. That's a misclick. There we go. Filkir Wabri leads it himself with a plus 78 advantage over Sholban, the enemy commander. Numbers are 12,280 against 8,247 to start. Queen Ingrid ripped the heart out of Jacob Vogelius. And we got a fascination, promissory notes, wow. The Mongol War Banner, number of knights +1. That's like a fine addition to my collection. And with that, 17 to 9,000, the final battle for world domination. King Hrolfr with 72 prowess managed to grab 74 kills. Ingrid of Poland, Skarfin of Moldavia, Gurkis of Mesopotamia, Iglem of Estonia. They're all kings and queens. Look at this. All of our champions are kings and queens. That's how our empire rules. Our lowest prowess in the army is 43 at King Bjortelm of Bavaria. Wow. 5 Varangian veterans died, 6 Huscarls died, 1 armored horseman died. And that's 12. I don't know where the other 5 are. There it is. We have a new innovation in promissory notes. So I guess we could do Renaissance Thought next in 8 years. 10 years on that. And let's end the war. Disband all. And ladies and gentlemen, we have successfully conquered the entire world with the Empire of Man in the Isles, the Ravenheart Dynasty, with 2,567 counties. We can found another university. Lay the foundation in Siena. Where is Siena? Should have looked at that. Where is it? Ah. Alright, let me find that. Oops. There we are. The Grand City of Siena. The University of Siena. Construct. That's cool. We've done it. We have done it. The entire known world is ours under Ravenheart rule. And under the 10th Filkir since the beginning of our dynasty, Filkir Wabri the Scholar, the one who founded our first universities, is the one who pulled it off. So if we ever do continue from this point onward, let me go ahead and make it the 1st January 1270. That's just a satisfying date, correct? Took till the 10th of December 1269 to do it all. Okay. Greek to Cypriot, okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at everything here. On the 1st of January 1270 AD. Yeah, that's worth saving. Yep. We can host a grand rite, and so that can happen when we come back one day. Look at this. Here's our court. on the day that we took over the entire world. Got all kinds of characters in here. I'm still blown away that this moment has come. We've been wearing the same weapons and armor for a while as well. Man, and Ravenholm, where did you get to? Ravenholm got to 44 development is where it ended up reaching at the moment, and it's close to 45. When we do come back, to play more of this playthrough, we are extremely close to taking over as Princess Oda, Grassistotir of Men in the Isles, and it's kind of fitting that she will take over in an already conquered world as a young girl by the time she takes over. And then we can kind of just live out her life as her in this already conquered world, and we can get up to all kinds of shenanigans that you guys can recommend activities for us to do with this newly conquered world. Pretty wild. I just want to say, thoughts on the game up to this point. I've played it a lot. Many hours up to this point, and while I would say the game is probably too easy, especially once you get rolling, it's very endearing. The roleplay is super fun. Getting into it is very easy. They gave you plenty of events and characters and personalities and all kinds of activities to really breathe and bring the world to life. The music perfectly fits what it's trying to do. When it's calming, it's calming. And when that war music kicks in for the Norse war music, I love that Viking war music. It's so good. Yeah, I mean, the cultures ended up mattering a little bit. Actually ended up mattering a lot at the end because of By the Sword. So actually the cultures are a huge addition to the game. Massive introduction to the game. They don't spread very quickly at all, but you don't need them to, really. And then the innovations, how fast you're able to get them towards the end is pretty wild as well. We have 69, at the end of the game, we had the beautiful number of 69 counties that were manic at the end of the game. And then our faith, I did want to talk about our faith. Oh, also, just for people that are trying to do better in the future, since somebody asked about that, a couple people did. This philosopher culture is fine and all that. Castle Keepers is good for renown, obviously. Now that we own the entire world, we're getting renown for every castle we have, which is giving us insane renown. And legalistic, huge. It's a shame we didn't get that earlier, but By the Sword. If you want to conquer quickly and no one around you can stop you, you're just trying to go as fast as your empire, kingdom, whatever can, By the Sword is your ticket. This thing lets you declare war so much that it's insane. Just, I would definitely do that. Innovations going through the ages. Obviously, every time you're able to increase how much your professional army is standing is good, and the siege weapons are good. Siege weapons drastically increase how fast your wars are and your sieges. I've been loving those, obviously. And rather than manage a bunch of levies, because there's a supply limit on each county, right? Let's zoom in on a county and give you Ravenholm of all counties. So if I wanted to have a troop defend Ravenholm and not starve, the supply limit here is 21,000, so it's huge. We could place a lot of things here, but most counties don't have supply limits like that. 13,600, 14,000, 8,645, 7,345, 12,880, 7,200, 8,450, etc. Those supply limits allow you to stay at full power for as long as you want, as long as you stay under that number. And so what I found is if you focus on champions being great, which the Viking people are very good at having great champions, a lot of it is because the Ravenheart Dynasty already has Herculean all over the Dynasty and Giant all over the Dynasty, and that's 14 prowess right there. You get everything you can that increases champion effectiveness, so that 424% King Hrolfr effectively has over 300 prowess when he fights things right now. Over 300 prowess, which gives him over 30,000 damage and over 3,000 toughness. 30,000 damage and 3,000 toughness. Now you look at levies, which have 10 damage and 10 toughness. That means that King Hrolfr alone with 72 prowess and that much champion effectiveness has the same toughness, the same durability, of 300 levies, and he has the damage of 3,000 levies. So King Hrolfr is literally equal to over 1,000 levies, probably around 2,000 levies worth of damage and toughness put together, just by himself. And then you have all of these champions that are crazy strong. Levies just don't stack up. Now, Varangian veterans have 109.59. That's crazy high. Huskarls have 97.51. That's crazy high. They have... Every Huskarl has the same attack as 10 levies and the defense of 5 levies. The professional armies are way, way better than levies. They're cheaper to maintain than just summoning levies. And as you've seen in all of our battles in this playthrough, if your champions are strong and your soldiers are strong, your professional army, then every time you declare war, all you have to do is put down, raise all enemies here, make a death stack, and do it. Don't bother with the levies. Maybe you can rely on the levies as a backup force. Let's say you're attacking the Kingdom of France as Brittany or something, and you're taking over, and then boom, Aquitaine tries to hit you from the flank, and your professional army is over here busy dealing with France. Then you can summon a full stack of levies, assuming you can't afford mercenaries or holy order or something. Then this vast stack of levies you have is ready to be a last line of defense for your kingdom. And so that's what I prefer to use them for, because supply limits doesn't allow levies to join your army, and then your army is constantly starving bringing levies along. So I would definitely recommend that. As far as faith goes, communion. This Seek Indulgences thing literally got us hundreds of thousands of gold in this game, I'm pretty sure. It's insane to me how much money you make with this communion perk. If you're making a faith that is purely you're just trying to power game the game, right? You're not worried about role-playing, you're not worried about doing what would fit your culture, you're just worried about what is the best 3 tenets for my religion. This has to be in your 3 tenets. It gets you so much money. It's insane. And honest is not a bad trait to have be a virtue, and you don't want deceitful people. That causes all kind of problems in your kingdoms and empires. So even this part of it is good. It's perfect. It is perfect. Take communion if you're trying to power game your faith. That's all I'm saying. Alright, the rest of this you can more or less give or take. I like witchcraft, so I made witchcraft accepted, because witchcraft gives you this grand right every 10 years, and when you have other people that are, leading their own covens, even more so. And every time you do a grand right, you can either get a mass amount of stress relief or a free perk in a random lifestyle tree, which is insanely powerful. Very, very powerful. We have had the Strong Blood perk all game from the very beginning. And how we did that is when we created our own ruler. Here we go. When you create your own ruler, this is an insane perk in its own. Small health boost, inheriting good congenital traits up 40%, and new good congenital traits up 400. 5 times more likely is plus 400% effectively. And it has to be said how good Strong Blood is. If you're creating your own custom ruler, make sure you have all 3 good congenital traits. That is the intelligence trait, the attractiveness trait, and the strength trait. Whether that is pretty beautiful and comely, there is quick, intelligent, and genius, and there is hale, robust, and Herculean / Amazonian. You need to have at least all of those 3 at any level. So you could just do comely and quick, for example, as 2 of them. And then one of those 3 has to be the highest perk. Either go beautiful, quick, and hale. You could do comely, genius, and hale. You could do comely, quick, and Amazonian / Herculean. Any of those would be able to make your first character have the Strong Blood trait, as long as you don't give them a negative trait, and this is a huge help right off the bat. And it helps steamroll your Dynasty into getting these great traits across the board. Giant's a little hard to get involved in there. We didn't get that till towards the end, but for these 3 are such a huge bonus, especially Genius and Herculean. The huge boost to health and the 5 boost to all skills, 30% to lifestyle experience. Those are huge traits. I would say these are the best 2 traits. Genius being the best, Herculean close behind it. And then Beautiful is just That's nice to have. If there's one to not have, this would be the one. These two are almost mandatory, in my opinion. Definitely make you have your court physicians. Train up your mastermind philosophers. The maximum, 3-star lifestyle trait, education traits are fine. 4 are fantastic. I preferred learning later because it helped us get our innovations faster. When you have high innovations, you can get through this very quickly. 100% growth per month because our learning is so high. Also, the learning tree, we can get into the trees here. The trees have this one, Scholar, is pretty wild. This is insane. 20% of your counselor skills goes to your own. 20% of our martial skill is coming from how good our martial is on the council. 20% of how good our learning is coming from how good our Hofgodi is on the council. So Scholar is a very good trait, obviously. Whole of Body, almost crucial because of Know Thyself alone. Being able to know that death is only a year away lets you make your final plans for transition and all that. It lets you know when your time is up, and I find that extremely powerful. And so the learning tree as a whole is just fantastic. Cultural fascination progress up 35%, insane. Learning per level devotion can be very useful. Different faith opinions, faith conversion costs. Profit, if you're going to make your own religion, this is mandatory to cut the cost in half. So again, learning is good. I'd say learning is the best in my opinion. But diplomacy does have its perks. This tree specifically, down to writing history. These 4 perks aren't even that good, but True Ruler and Writing History are both very useful, which you've seen throughout the playthrough. Offering Vassalization Acceptance plus 25 is actually a lot. That's often makes the difference between a lot of places either doing it or not doing it. Going down to Household Guard, when you're, like I said, you're focusing on your professional armies, having a lot of knights that have high prowess. 75% more knight effectiveness is huge, and 4 more knights is obviously huge. 5 advantage doesn't hurt. But these are the 2 big ones. 75% knight effectiveness and 4 more knights. These 2 perks are enormous. These 3 perks are enormous if you're doing a Viking run. Just these 2 if you're not doing Vikings, because you'll probably have less heavy infantry than the Vikings do. Stewardship, this was good early, but eventually because of Seek Indulgence, the communion tenet in your faith, you don't need this. This is, you make so much money, you don't need anything from stewardship, honestly. Intrigue, I didn't really need it either. Not great. This was fascinating, like a little interesting, but no. Yeah, I'd say stewardship and intrigue are the losing trees, in my opinion, with diplomacy being soon after them. Martial and learning are very good trees, in my opinion. Development has been fantastic. So that's culture, that's faith, that's lifestyles. I also think that because we have the Viking DLC, obviously Vikings had a few other tricks up their sleeve. Like when we started the game, we started in Jomtland. This duchy right here, of 4 counties, this is what we started with in this game. This is where the game started. We had 4 counties with a new 3-year-old ruler, and the plan was that we just took counties. If we go to counties here, we took these counties that were weak. We took this, then we took this, etc. Getting our way over to the west coast till we had 10 counties, and then we could Varangian Adventure, because 10 counties is the maximum strength Varangian Adventure, over to here, where we could really start and join the other Vikings in making a place for ourselves. It didn't go great for us, but eventually it went right. And I just think that this is a good place to start your campaign as a Viking, simply because the development over here is so low and the development over here is so high, and it really starts converting a Satru quickly. I also prefer the nearby forces, how large the kingdoms are in this area. Like, 1 kingdom level war takes all of France, which is just a huge chunk of counties, etc. Rather than starting over here where there's very few counties in a very large area. Like if you look at Sapmi right here and Finland, massive counties with very low development, so they're lower quality counties. I think going over here is just the right play. I don't have really any advice for playing tall, as I haven't done it yet. Perhaps we could do that on our next DLC drop when we start our next campaign. We'll see. Those are the big tips I can think of off the top of my head for sure, is buy the sword, culture, focus on learning for innovations. Focusing on building up your areas was also a very good thing, because, like, for example, Ravenholm alone is getting me 24.5 gold a month and over 5,000 levies. Just that one county, because we've built it up so much. It also provides all kinds of bonuses, like 6 more knights and 75% knight effectiveness, which is wild. Cagliari had a mine, which made it very valuable. Made it 33 gold a month and 3,000 levies. Oristano was worth 16 gold a month and 2,000 levies. Ardara was 8 and 3,000. 12.87 and 2,200. 15.5, 1940. You can see all the gold and levies we get just from these areas because we built them up completely and utterly. Buildings are important over the course of a game, for sure. They definitely build up quickly. And yeah, India was also very developed. I could see a fun run being in India, especially if they drop like an Indian DLC. I could see that happening. Playing as the Mongolian Empire, I guess, could be fun. Sorry. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, the gameplay is great. The music is great. The role-playing is great, being able to role-play as these characters and just let the Dynasty strive on. Over 10,000, over 10,500 living members now. Man. Crazy. I've really loved this journey, and honestly, this game means a lot to me also because it kind of kick-started the channel. Nobody was watching my channel, which I was fine with. I mainly made this channel just to make memories for myself to be able to look back on, but when CK3 came out, something clicked, and people actually really enjoyed the videos. They enjoyed the gameplay, and they enjoyed watching me play, and the amount of comments I've gotten and feedback I've gotten has made this game even more fun than it should be. By a lot. Your guys' engagement, I had no idea how much more fun it could make this experience, and I can't describe how thankful I am for you guys joining me all the way, especially if you've seen from 1 to 122 here. Thank you so much for joining me on this entire journey. That means more to me than I thought it would. It's such an amazing experience to have people all over the world join you on something like this, and it's really made this journey special for me. CK3 will always have a special place in my heart because of that alone. And now we have our first world domination in the bag. Man, I have nothing else to say other than thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Thank you so much for being here, for making this more fun for me along the way and everything. If you enjoyed the playthrough, consider giving the video a like, and if you really enjoyed the playthrough, consider subscribing. But either way, you don't got to do that. Just thank you for being here. And that's it. If you have any more questions, or if you want to talk about something I forgot to mention, please leave a comment for me to read through, and I will definitely reply. I've replied to every comment I've ever gotten on this channel that isn't spam. And I'll talk to you then. So thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see all of you next time.